This segment brought to you by Kansas Grain Sorghum, growers working together. Find out more at kansasgrainsorghum.org.
Welcome to Farm Factor. Up first, Kyle Bauer visits with Randy Krotz about the new communications concept Smart Farm from the U.S. Farmers and Ranchers Alliance.
Hi, this is Kyle Bauer visiting with Randy Krotz, and he is with the U.S. Farmers and Ranchers Alliance. That's a relatively new organization. Can you tell us who funds it and who are your members?
Sure. We're a 6-year-old organization that was created really around the issue of consumer knowledge of agriculture and some of the hard issues. It was put together by the major commodity organizations. So whether it was in CBA, the cattlemen, pork folks came together, corn and beans and others, Farm Bureau particularly was part of the creation. And those are the organizations that still fund us today. We're primarily funded by farmers and ranchers. So we have about 30% of our funding that comes from corporate entities in agriculture, but all of the money is used to get programs out in front of consumers. And for our people that maybe know us best for the film Farmland was part of the USFRA platform, which has been a very, very successful venture for us over the years.
Well, truly, there's been a great deal of frustration with the industry on trying to help consumers understand the issues, or I'll say technology issues with farming, and you have a major new initiative on that.
We do. We've launched Smart Farm this week at the event here in Kansas City. The focus for us is to try to address the issue of that consumers are comfortable with technology in every aspect of their lives, maybe not so much food. So there's also extraordinary acceptance to technology, and young people particularly. In our research, we went out and tested a lot of terms. We wanted to find some way to connect with millennials, and Smart Farm ended up being the answer. People think about innovation and technology, entrepreneurship. They think about the things that they're most comfortable with. And we just haven't done a good job of that. For the last 60 years, farmers have really focused on being incredible food producers and raising crops and livestock. And over the last 5 years particularly, we've had to turn our heads toward the consumer in a way because we're even being impacted now from a freedom of choice standpoint, not just the consumer, but also farmers. So there's technologies out there that we want to be able to use, whether it's GMOs or antibiotics or other issues in agriculture. And this we hope will open up consumers' hearts and minds to what's going on the farm.
And how do you introduce that concept to that era of person, that age of person?
Yeah, certainly, a soft launch here as I describe it, but as we go throughout the next 6 months, we're going to go to the Consumer Electronics Show. We're going to go to venues like that all across the country to engage with media, with technology media, electronics media, and then also going out to Silicon Valley to do a food dialogue event to really get people engaged in what Smart Farm means.
We're visiting with Randy Krotz. He's with U.S. Farmers and Ranchers Alliance. This is Kyle Bauer reporting. Back to you, Jamie.
Thanks, Kyle. Folks can back up to these messages for this week's Kansas soybean update.
Watch Ag AM in Kansas online at agaminkansas.com.
KFRM is one of the largest farm radio stations in the nation, dedicated to informing and entertaining rural listeners from northern Oklahoma to southwestern Nebraska. You can catch KFRM in many ways. Of course, 550 on the AM dial, streaming at kfrm.com, or on your smartphone by going to the TuneIn Radio app, or on Ag AM in Kansas on Tuesdays and Facebook every day of the week. KFRM, tune us in. You'll be glad you did.